Hello friends and welcome to this video. We are with the sixth chapter of our subject Advanced Digital Signal Processing, the chapter titled Adaptive Filters. So after completion of understanding linear prediction and optimum linear filters, where we have addressed the design of the Wiener filter, we have switched into this adaptive type of the filtering. The introduction we have already made to the first topic, that it was adaptive filtering system identification, the FIR type of the adaptive filters we have seen, and in the previous two videos we have understood the basics of the two popular algorithms. Those were the steepest descent adaptive filter algorithm and then the LMS algorithm here. So let us have the hands-on practice of both of these algorithms into the MATLAB environment, as the LMS algorithm is having the advantages over the earlier one. We call this topic to be the MATLAB program, the LMS algorithm. So let us begin with the topic. So here we can start with our topic, the topic titled MATLAB program, the LMS algorithm here. So for the programming into the MATLAB environment concerned to the adaptive type of the algorithms here for filtering purpose, here we are having the very short and simple task. So here we have the aim set as write a MATLAB program to demonstrate the adaptive filtering using the LMS algorithm here. So we require the MATLAB environment, and in that MATLAB environment we will have the implementation of the LMS algorithm. Also, we will like to address the steepest descent adaptive filter implementation and the Wiener filter also, and the comparison we shall see thereupon. So let us first of all switch to the MATLAB environment. So here we have the MATLAB environment, the default view here. Now for programming purpose, to accomplish the task of demonstrating the LMS algorithm adaptive filtering, we require the editor window and the untitled script initially. So as my usual practice, I will be first of all mentioning a comment line the purpose of this particular program. So I just write here program of LMS algorithm. The details of the LMS algorithm we have already seen in the previous video, the steps to follow. So first of all, for fresh execution of the program, we will like to get the command window with clear screen, clearing the variables of the previous programming that you see in the workspace, and closing the unnecessary MATLAB windows here. Now to proceed with the programming of the LMS algorithm here, we require first of all the desired signal. In the very first topic of this chapter, that it was adaptive filtering system identification, the block schematic we have explained, there it is the role of desired signal, the signal that has been added with the noise in the practical sense, and the relation between the two. Finally we get to focus on the error signal here. So first of all we require desired signal here. So I just modularize the statements in this MATLAB environment. So a comment here, generating desired signal. So for generating the desired signal we require the time parameter. So let us note it with small t, and here we define small t, the time parameter that will start at 0.001, that will have the intervals of again 0.001 till it attains the value 1 here. So this is what the time parameter here, and let us define the variable capital D that will hold the information of the defined desired signal. So to define it, on the right hand side here we have 2 multiplied by, the multiplication in the MATLAB environment is by the asterisk here. So here we have 2 asterisk sign function we use. Inside the parenthesis here we write 2 multiplied to the constant pi, further multiplied to 50, and that is at last multiplied to the time parameter that we have set as above step. So here we have d is equal to 2 sine in the bracket 2 pi 50 t here. So this way we have generated the desired signal. So till this step, let us save this particular program first of all. So as this is our sixth chapter, I will name the program to be program underscore 6 underscore, as this is the fifth topic, and for the LMS algorithm, this is the first part here. Next two parts I shall make for the steepest descent algorithm and that of the Wiener filter implementation here. So let us save the script with the .ml is the file extension here, and let us first of all run the script. So the workspace that it was with lot many variables from the previous programming, so that has got cleared, and now the two variables that we have in these two steps, the time parameter t. So you see, as we start at 0.001 and end on 1 here, so total 1000 samples here we have. And now the desired signal that it is defined here, it is also holding the same dimension 1 by 1000 of the type double here. So now we have the desired signal here. Now the next step, as per the system identification for adaptive filtering we have seen, we need to generate a signal that is added by the noise in the practical sense here. So that is why I just mentioned a comment here. This is generating a signal corrupted with noise. So we shall have first of all small n as the variable to count how many number of elements are there into the desired signal that we have defined in the above step. So for that purpose, the MATLAB keyword is NUMEL. So number of elements, NUM for number, EL for the elements here, and the input argument will be capital D here. So after counting the number of elements here, that information will be holded up by the small n as a variable here. And let us now define capital A as a variable that will hold this signal information, which is basically holding the information that we expect to be a desired signal, but practically it is added with certain extent of the noise here. So it has the two components, desired signal and that of the noise component here. So for desired signal, all the elements right from first to that of the n we assign here, and this is further added by, so we have the random signal for the noise here. So RANDN is the keyword, and this is 1 comma n the input arguments here. And let us hold this noise part to be 90% here to this MATLAB syntax. That is why I multiply it by 0.9 here. The multiplication is shown by the asterisk here. So to this step, we are now generated with the desired signal and the signal that is corrupted with the noise here. So let us save the changes and run it. Now in the workspace, you see capital A is our practical signal with the desired signal component and that of the noise component here, and capital D is the sole desired signal here. Small n, the number of elements into the desired signal, we see the value to be 1000 here, and time t parameter that we had defined in the very first step here. Now we have to implement the LMS algorithm structure. So as we have seen the mathematical details of the LMS algorithm in the previous video, so in concern to that, we require a variable capital M. For example, it is holding the value 25 here. The update equations we have seen, so for the weights here, we require to define the variable, let us say small w, that is initially having all the elements to be with the value 0 for the dimension 1 comma capital M that we have defined with the value 25 here, and the initialization of the weights as it is. So we have for the update equation LHS and RHS also, so we require another variable w suffix I that is also initiated with all the zeros here of the same dimension 1 comma capital M here. Then we require capital E as a variable. Initially it is to be empty, so this is a null matrix here. And as we have seen, the update equation of the LMS algorithm, it has on the RHS the second term there, one constant that is called as mu, which is representing the step size here. So here we can keep for the conversion purpose the value of this step size to be very small. So we have 0.0005 as value of mu here. So this is for convergence of the LMS algorithm here. Now next to this, for the LMS algorithm, the update equation that we have seen in the previous video, we take the help of for loop for iterations. So let us have for keyword with the index variable I as defined, that is starting at the value capital M extending to small n here. And here as capital E, it was initially empty. Here we build the logic E of I is equal to the desired signal D of I minus, here we have the weights as initiated W suffix I in the mathematical equation of the previous video multiplied by the actual signal, that is having the desired signal component as well as the noise component. So A within the parenthesis, we start at the iteration I with -1 as the step here up to I minus capital M plus 1 here, ending here with the help of semicolon. And this part of the actual signal is actually the complex conjugate representation. Generally we have it represented x of n here, so I just provide the apostrophe over this representation here for complex conjugate here. So now here we have the update equation as per the LMS structure. W suffix I is equal to W suffix I added by, here we have 2 multiplied by the step size mu here, further multiplied by the capital E, the error here as a function of I here, and further multiplied to capital A of the range here we defined from I with the steps of -1, that means in the decreasing order here, I minus capital M plus 1 here, ending with the help of semicolon. And this is what the logic we have built with the help of for loop. So let us end it with the keyword end here. Now let us have the estimation of the signal. So I just put the comment estimation of the signal. So the LMS structure we have already developed here in the above steps here. So for estimation signal, let us have a variable name est here, and initially it is having all the element values to be zeros here, and the dimension we set n comma 1 here, ending with the help of semicolon here. So here we make the use of the weights from the above structure here. So for that purpose, for the range of I started at capital M up to small n, we have a for loop defined where we require small j as a parameter, that is equal to capital A of, here we write I started at I in the decreasing sense -1 step up to I minus, here we have capital M added by 1 here at the end semicolon, and now defining the estimated signal est of I, that is equal to within the parenthesis, here we write the weight factor Wi in multiplication to what we have defined in the above step, j, for the actual signal here and the corresponding complex conjugate here. So here we have the complex conjugate and ending with the help of semicolon here. So this is what our estimation of the signal here. So here we close the brackets here, and next to that, as we see, this was the for loop. The logic is completed here, so therefore we need to end this particular for loop here. The estimation of the signal is done here. Now with the help of the information of the estimation signal and the desired signal that we have developed initially, we will compute the error signal, which is a difference signal. So I just mention a comment line. This is computing the error signal. So here we keep the variable capital E small rr to be the error signal, which is having est apostrophe minus the desired signal d here. So this will be the error. So at this stage we are having the four versions of the signals. The first version is the desired signal that we have defined in the very first step. Next to that, to this desired signal we added certain noise. So a signal added by the noise is the second version. The third one is the estimated signal according to the LMS algorithm structure. And lastly, the error signal, which is the difference signal, as just now we have computed here. So the four versions of the signals, as making the use of LMS algorithm structure for the adaptive type of the filtering we have dealt with, we shall like to display it here. So here we have the model polarization here. Here it is the display of signals. So initially, as we have the four signals to be displayed here, we shall be making the use of subplot command here, and we will have it distributed into 4 by 1, and to the first cell here we are going to make the assignment here. So here we shall be having the subplot as the 4 rows and a single column here. So in the first cell, making the assignment for display purpose, let us make the use of plot command here, where the input argument is capital D, which is holding the information of the desired signal, and to this particular cell let us provide a separate title here. So with the title command here, within a pair of parentheses and a pair of single quotes inside, here I write desired signal here, at the end semicolon. Next to that, we shall go for the next cell of the subplot here. So it will be 4 comma 1 comma 2 here, and again making the use of plot command here, and this time after the desired signal we are going for the actual signal to be plotted to this second cell here. So corresponding to this actual signal, we shall be providing the separate title to the second cell here. So here we write this is a signal corrupted with noise here. So it has the desired signal component as well as the noise component here. So that way we say it to be a signal corrupted with noise here. So after the plot of these two signals, before the use of the LMS structure for adaptive type of the filtering here, so assignment we have made to the first two cells here. Next two cells here, we are having the signals after processing through the LMS algorithm structure here. So we go in the sequence, the use of subplot structure here, 4 comma 1 comma 3. The third cell will be having the display assigned with the help of plot command, and here it will be the plot of estimation signal that we have obtained here. So here it is the title, separate title here. So within a pair of parentheses and a pair of single quotes, I write estimation signal, ending with the help of semicolon. Let us have the assignment to the last subcell here. So we have 4 comma 1 comma 4 here, the fourth cell, and here it is the plot of the error signal, which is the difference between the estimation signal and the desired signal here. So I provide capital E small rr as the input argument here, and here it is the title. So here we provide the title to be simply error signal here. So this way the implementation of the LMS algorithm structure and the generation as well as the display of the input and output signals here we are completed here. So let us save the script and let us execute it, whether we are obtaining everything in the right manner or not. So as I hit enter, you see there it is, one MATLAB window popped up here with the label figure 1. So I just maximize this MATLAB window. So you see here there are 4 rows and a single column. In the first row you see the plot of the desired signal. So for the desired signal we started on the horizontal axis 0 with the intervals as like 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900 and at last 1000 here. So these are the markings of the time axis here on the horizontal way, and in the vertical fashion here we have the amplitude levels ranging between -2 to +2 here. So a periodic type of the desired signal with the help of the trigonometric function we have generated here, and next to that in the second row you see there it is a display of signal corrupted with noise. So what is desired, what is expected here, that we have displayed into the first row, first column location here, whereas in the second entry we have a randomness added to it. That is why you see some kind of distortions to the earlier signal. So this is the signal corrupted with noise. Now it comes the use of the LMS structure, the mathematical update equation according to the LMS algorithm we have implemented here, and by making the use of it, the signal, that is a filtered signal we can say, after the estimation procedure has completed, we have got it displayed into the third location of this subplot here. And to subtract the desired signal from the estimation signal here, after filtering through the LMS adaptive filter algorithm here, we have got the different signal as the error signal plotted into the last subplot here. So I just close this MATLAB window. So I think the understanding of implementing the LMS structure as per the theoretical knowledge we have made in the previous video is clear to you people. Now for the comparison purpose, we shall go for the implementation of the steepest descent algorithm, so that we have studied into the third video of the same chapter here. So for that purpose I take another editor window here. So thereupon we shall develop the mathematical logic that we have seen for the steepest descent algorithm, and because of one of the limitation we have switched to the LMS algorithm here. So here in this untitled editor window I shall be first of all mentioning a comment line. So this is a program for steepest descent algorithm. The difference between the two I have already made it clear in the previous video while starting a discussion on the LMS algorithm here, least mean square algorithm. So for fresh execution we will like to have the clear screen, clearing the variables you see in the workspace and closing the unnecessary MATLAB windows here. Now as like the previous case, here again we require the desired signal, the signal corrupted with noise, and then we shall develop the mathematical logic we have studied for the steepest descent algorithm here. So initially generating the desired signal. So as we have done for the previous case, we are again defining the time variable that is starting at 0.0001 0.001 and with the step size of 0.001. again it is having the maximum entry up to 1 here. Then according to this time variable, the desired signal D is generated as 2 multiplied to the sinusoidal function sine here. Inside the parenthesis we have the harmonic variations as 2 multiplied to the constant pi further multiplied to 50 times the time parameter t here. So asterisk denote the multiplication in the MATLAB environment here. So the desired signal is now generated here. Now we require now a signal that is holding the desired signal information but corrupted with noise here. So I shall be writing generating a signal corrupted with noise. So initially for the desired signal, how many number of elements in total are there, that we will like to count, and for that purpose we have the MATLAB keyword NUMEL and the input argument will be capital D here, and accordingly we shall be generating the actual signal. So here we have capital A, so it has the desired signal part, the input argument 1 comma small n in total, and this is added by, we will be having the randomness included for the 90% here. So by this MATLAB syntax RANDN, again the input argument for 1 comma small n here. So this will be our actual signal here. Now it comes to have the logic of the steepest descent algorithm that we have already seen in the third video of the same chapter. The chapter is adaptive filters here. We develop it here. So let us define the variable capital M to initially hold the value 25. Next to that, for representing the updates of the weights here, the weight variables here we define initially W with all the values to be 0 for the dimension. We have capital M comma 1. Also for the update we require W suffix I initiated again with the zeros in the bracket, capital M comma 1 here, ending with the help of semicolon. We require a variable capital R. Initially it should be empty matrix here. The variable K to hold the value of 1 here. We also require a variable small r that is having the cross correlation information here. So for that purpose X core here, and input argument here we are providing only one, so that will be the autocorrelation information. So it will be for the actual signal capital A here. Then we require another variable RR that is to be initiated as empty, and then the use of for looping here. So for this for loop we have the index variable I defined to start at the value 1 with the interval of 1 up to capital M here, and here inside this for loop the variable RR of I will be computed as small r of n minus I added by 1 here. So we end this for loop, and then we shall be computing capital R as a Toeplitz here, Toeplitz matrix. So here we write Toeplitz MATLAB keyword and the input argument here will be RR here. Next to that we require EI as a variable to be defined to hold the maximum value of the eigen's here. So inside the bracket we provide EIG of the above matrix the Toeplitz matrix denoted by capital R here, and there shall be the variable u represented to hold the information 1 divided by ei here. Next to that we require p as a variable, so this time it is holding the cross correlation. So x core here is the MATLAB syntax, and this time the input arguments are the two, so d comma a here. So this is what the mathematical logic we are developing according to the steepest descent algorithm here. So after small p, again we require the use of for looping here, where I is the index variable to start at 1 with the intervals of 1 up to capital M here. Here we require to develop the logic p of I here. So this p of I is equal to, that is equal to small p of, we write n minus I added by 1 here, ending and coming out of the for loop here. Again initiating the for loop, we have I is equal to 1 to 10, the iterations here, and updating the weights here, w suffix I will be equal to w added by u representing the mu thereupon in multiplication to, so asterisk here in the bracket the complex conjugate of capital P here minus capital R multiplied to the W here, ending with the help of semicolon, and W will be equal to Wi, updating according to this for loop and coming out of it here. So here we like to end this line with the help of semicolon here. So after this much of the mathematical implementation of the steepest descent algorithm, let us have the generation of the output signal, what we call the estimated signal here. So here I mentioned estimating the signal. So in the previous programming we had the estimation of the signal according to the least mean squares algorithm, LMS algorithm. Here we are making the use of the steepest descent algorithm. So initially we are having EST as a variable to hold the information. So initially it is of all the element values to be equal to zeros of the dimension n comma 1 here. Next to that, the use of for loop for I is equal to capital M to small n, where we define j is equal to capital A of, we have start at I with the step size of -1 in the reverse direction up to I minus capital M added by 1 here, ending with the help of semicolon, and here we have the estimation signal computed as EST of I. So with the help of the update weights W of I here in complex conjugate fashion, further multiplied by complex conjugate of J here, ending with the help of semicolon here and coming out of the for loop here. So this way the estimated signal will be obtained here, and now the difference signal, what we call the error signal, for the estimated signal and the desired signal here we can have. So I just write a comment line here where we shall be writing computing the error signal here. So we define ERR is equal to EST conjugate minus the desired signal D here. So after getting the 4 versions of the signals and the use of the steepest descent algorithm logic here, we shall be having a display of input and the output signals here. So I just write display of signals here. So very first of all, it will be the desired signal here. So for the 4 versions of the signal, Again, we are making the use of subplot command as with the previous code here. So it will be 4 comma 4 comma 4 comma 1 comma 1 here. And to this particular cell, that means out of the 4 rows, the first row and only one single column is there, we have the plot command for this assignment of the desired signal. So input argument is capital D here, and to this particular cell here we are providing a separate title. So within a pair of parentheses and a pair of single quotes, here we are writing desired signal here, coming out of the brackets, ending with the help of semicolon here. So the assignment to the first cell of the subplot is done here. Now we are heading to the sequential next cell of the subplot. So it will be 4 comma 1 comma 2 here. So the assignment to this display will be by plot command here, the actual signal which is having the desired signal component added by the noise, that is capital A. That is why plot inside the bracket capital A. And here we provide the title to this second cell. It is signal corrupted with noise. Signal corrupted with noise here. So after these two signals, those were generated initially after making the use of the steepest descent algorithm steps utilized for the adaptive type of the filtering here. We have obtained the estimated signal. So let us have the display of it. So we have subplot in the bracket 4 comma 1 comma 3, and the assignment will be by the keyword plot here, and the input argument will be est here, and then we shall be providing a title to it. So here we have, so here we write estimated signal at the end semicolon, and now the assignment to the last cell here. So here we write subplot in the bracket 4 comma 1 comma 4 comma, we have the use of plot command, and here it is the last. So this is ERR, the error signal, the difference signal here, and here we have the title. So the title is provided as error signal. So this completes our MATLAB script for the implementation of the steepest descent algorithm here. So here we write the name program, as this is the 6th chapter. We have 6 underscore 5 underscore, this is the second part here, dot m will be the file extension here. So yes, we have this, and now let us run this code. So as I hit the run, so we get a MATLAB window popped up here with the label figure 1 here. So here we see the 4 rows and a single column. In the first row, as the previous case of the LMS algorithm, here we have the desired signal, then the signal corrupted with noise, the estimated signal, and the error signal here. So here I just check back the program. So here we have the modularization, generation of the signal, desired signal, and then generating the signal corrupted with noise here. So if I make it instead of 0.9, 0.5, saving the changes and running this particular program, so we get the corresponding changes into the signal corrupted with noise here, and by the use of the steepest descent algorithm we have got the estimation signal. So it has tried to get the desired signal, but the performance is not up to the mark as like that of the LMS algorithm here. That is why the popularity of the LMS algorithm is underlined here. The error signal is just the difference between the two here. So this is what the logic we have developed for implementing the steepest descent algorithm here. Now We also like to compare it, the implementation of the Wiener type of the filters here. So let us have the last and the third part of this video. So we will be having the untitled script here. First line mentioning the purpose of this particular program. So I just mention here program for Wiener filter. So in the previous chapter, that it was the fifth chapter, linear prediction and optimum linear filters, the details of the FIR and the IR type of the Wiener filters we have already seen there. Those were the topic number 14, the topic number 16 up to where we have seen the details of the Wiener filtering here. Also the non-causal type we have addressed into the 17th topic here. So the details we are already covered with for comparison purpose to LMS and the steepest descent algorithm. Here we are implementing it. So after clear screen, clearing the variables from the previous programming and closing the unnecessary windows of the MATLAB, here we again require a desired signal. So I just write generating the desired signal. So we first of all define the time variable to start at 0.001, extending with the step size of again 0.001 up to the value 1 here. Then we have capital D to hold the desired signal information, which is twice of the sinusoidal function sine here. Inside the bracket we write 2 multiplied by pi, further multiplied by 50, at last multiplied to the time variable t as defined in the above step here. Then after this desired signal, we require the generation of signal corrupted with noise. Signal corrupted with noise here. So here we are having first of all the count of the total number of elements into the desired signal with the MATLAB keyword NUMEL. Input argument is capital D, and then the actual signal holding the two components of desired signal as D in the bracket 1 comma n added by, here we are having 0.9 times the noise added by RNDN, and here inside the parenthesis we provide the dimensions of 1 to n here. So this way we have both the desired signal and the signal corrupted with noise. So according to the Wiener type of the filtering, here we require small l is equal to d minus a. Then the requirement is of the RR as a variable, which is initially empty matrix here. We require k variable to hold the value 1. We require R to have the computation of the correlation for the actual signal, hence the input argument is capital A. We require capital M is equal to the value 25 in this implementation, and then the use of for looping here. So for loop will have the iterations for the index variable I, and that will start at the value 1 with the step size of 1. It will extend up to the iterations capital M here, where we have the computation of the variable RR, which was initially empty here. So this has computed to be small r of, which is having the correlation information of the actual signal, n minus I added by 1 here according to the Wiener filter implementation and ending it. So thereupon it is a need of the Toplights matrix computation here. So here I write Toplights of RR. Then we require capital I to be the INV of capital R, and small p to hold the correlation information between the actual signal and the desired signal. So here I provide the input arguments to be d comma a. Then the use of for looping for I is equal to, we start at 1 with the step size 1 up to capital M here, capital P of I here, that is equal to P of, here we write n minus I minus 1 here, plus 1 here, ending with the help of semicolon, coming out of the for looping here. Then for the weights here we require W to be computed as INV of the autocorrelation matrix capital R, which is having further multiplication to the conjugate of P here. Then we require K is equal to 1. We had it earlier as well, and now with this much of the logic we compute the estimated signal here. So I just write estimating the signal. So here estimated signal is to be holded by the variable defined capital E small st. So we initially start at all the elements to hold zeros for the dimensions n comma 1 here, ending with the help of semicolon, using the for loop for I is equal to capital M extended to small n here, where we define J is equal to the actual signal A in the bracket I with the step size of -1 up to I minus capital M plus 1 here, ending with the help of semicolon. Then computing the estimated signal EST of I, which is equal to the weight W conjugate multiplied to J conjugate, ending with the help of semicolon and coming out of the loop here. So this way the signal is estimated here according to the Wiener filter design here. And at last let us have a computation of the difference signal, which is error signal here. So I just mentioned a comment line computing the error signal here. So here we write capital E small rr is equal to, we have estimated signal minus the desired signal here, and the last thing is to display all these versions of the signals here, display of signals, a comment line here. So again let us make the use of subplot here, and in this subplot we expect 4 rows and 1 column. The first cell here, the assignment is by the MATLAB keyword plot here, and as the first signal, desired signal, the input argument is capital D here. A separate title to this cell, so within a pair of parentheses after the keyword title, and inside a pair of single quotes here I just mentioned desired signal. Next to that we have second cell. So subplot 4 comma 1 comma 2 here, the use of again the plot command, and this time the input argument is capital A, the actual signal, which is the desired signal plus the noise component. That is why the separate title to this second subcell is, we have signal corrupted with noise here, ending with the help of semicolon. So after having a display of the two signals to be processed by the Wiener type of the filtering here, so we get the assignment to sequentially the third cell here, so it will be 4 comma 1 comma 3 here, the use of plot command, and the input argument will be the estimation signal here, so it will be EST, and the corresponding title. Here we write estimated signal, estimated signal here. Next to that, the last display will be of the error signal, that is a different signal here. So this will be to the last cell, that is why 4 comma 1 comma 4, the use of plot command, and here it will be the input argument ERR, and the title, here we provide the title error signal, error signal. So let us save the script. I just name it to be program 6 underscore 5 underscore 3, third part dot m will be the file extension. You see the file has been generated into the current directory here. Now let us run this program. So as we run this program, you see there it is, a MATLAB window has popped up with the label figure 1 here, and you see the 4 rows and only 1 column. So you see in the first row the desired signal plotted, in the next one the signal computed with noise, corrupted with noise, in the third one the estimation according to the Wiener filter, and at last the difference of the two is the error signal here. So I just close this MATLAB window here. So this was our 5th video into the 6th chapter adaptive filters here. We had a demonstration of the LMS algorithm and how it is superior to the other two implementations as we have done. So by the next lecture we shall be continuing into the same chapter adaptive filters, and thereupon we shall see the details of convergence of the LMS algorithm. Thank you.